Shavua Tov.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom. How is everybody? Shalom.
Okay. I just got my bivalent, so the fifth booster.
Wow, very nice. I have my appointment for Saturday.
Okay.
I had my fifth about a week ago.
Okay. Did you get your flu shot yet?
I had my flu shot in the doctor's office a few weeks before.
Yeah.
They
That's
say
my next.
They say you should wait 2 weeks between shots.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I got them both pretty
Yeah, you
soon
can get them both at the
together.
same time, but I don't know. That's what I heard.
Did you get any reaction, Ellen?
No, none for either shot.
Oh, great.
That's
Great.
good.
I was a lucky one.
Very excellent.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't give me both. The doctors in this particular office, they said they don't give the same, the both the same day because they don't know if there'll be too much of a reaction. I asked.
Well, as long as you get it, right?
Right.
Okay, we're just admitting one more person here. I want to say good morning, Boker Tov, to Rabbi Sherry, who's joining us from Japan.
Hi, Rabbi Sherry.
And my granny is here.
So,
Let me ask Granny to start her video. Just a second. Is the sound okay? It's very hot here and I have a fan on. Is it something that's bothering people?
Not in the least.
No, I don't even hear the fan.
Oh, good.
Hopefully you don't hear my air conditioner.
No, don't hear it whatsoever.
Hopefully you don't hear my fireplace.
But you can still hear the ukulele all right. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Good,
very
good.
nice. I like
The sound settings are very tricky. You want to be able to hear the instruments, but not everything else. So.
Mhm.
I wore my ukulele kippah.
Oh, perfect.
Aw.
Thank you, Rabbi Sher. I want to say hi to Granny. Welcome, Granny Franny. Hi. And hi to Sephora. Welcome, Sephora. And Jorge, I have not seen you before. Hi, Jorge. And Sue Bowers and Ellen Rose and Marvin Gruber. Hi, Marvin.
Hi.
Hi, Ellen and Sue. And Ellen Friedman is here too. Nice to see you.
Hi.
And Amy from Old Bridge and Sharon Jaffe. Welcome, everybody. It's a nice turnout. Look at this, right? You would think we'd all have, High Holy Day, burnout. No one wants to show up to shul for another year or something. And here we all are. How nice is that?
Oh.
That's because we love you.
I was going to say, while my luck is good, why don't we start the Maariv? I have so many people here. It's wonderful. So welcome to the Sim Shalom weekday Maariv service. My name is Rabbi Elias Wang. I'm joined by Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman for the laning of the first 3 lines of Torah, which I know was technically last night. But here at Sim Shalom, we like to be very fluid. And Sherry has a particular fondness for these 3 lines, and getting to lane them is an honor. And I think that we should accommodate that, especially since it's so wonderful. It's so rare do we get to focus on the creation of everything.
It's also Thursday morning's part, and it's Thursday morning here in Japan.
There you go. There we go. So, somewhere it's the right day for it. So we will start with a little.
Rabbi Elias, real quick. My rabbi's wife died an hour before Yom Kippur, and she had cancer. So we need to keep her in the prayers. Rivka Hana.
We will. Absolutely. Thank you, Amy. All right. Now we continue with the Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together, or as the Rav Nachman of Breslov put it, let the good in me connect with the good in you until all the world is transformed through the compelling power of love. It is time for the Baruch Hu. Who's feeling spicy today? Anyone feeling like saying hello? I'm here, world. Baruch Hu et Adonai Baruch. Marvin, I knew it. The spice is always with Marvin.
Baruch Hu es Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Vaed. Thank you, Marvin. Blessed is the Holy One, the Eternal One, the holiness, the unity that brings us all together and makes us joy, makes life a joy, and makes us joyful in it. We continue with the Maariv Arivim. Does anyone want to read the English translation before we all say together the prayer for the evening? Amy, please. Yes.
Blessed are you, Adonai, God of our sovereign of the universe, whose word creates a mysterious time of dusk, filling the world with possibilities. In wisdom, you open heaven's gates, and with understanding, you change the times and vary seasons, and arrange the stars in the heavens according to your will. Creator of day and night, and the trembling in between time, who spreads out light before darkness and darkness before light, who creates day and brings forth night, who separates day from night, who arrays the whole earth with glory. Holy is your name. Blessed are you for the creation that happens every day.
Well read. Thank you, Amy. Together, after the English that Amy just read, we can read in Hebrew in either transliterated form here or in original form here. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Baruch
Maariv.
Blessed are you who creates the evening, who turns the earth and aligns the planets so that life exists right here with warm, wet water and food and shelter and community. There's even a Maariv on this amazing planet for us to attend as the stars become. Next, we turn to the Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbenu u'vkumenu, Nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach v'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha leolam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem nagei yamam v'layla, ve'ahavatacha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Your love has embraced us always in wilderness and promised land, in good times and bad. Does anyone want to continue the English translation over here with night and day? Let me see. See hands. Marvin, yes, go for it.
Night and day, your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah night and day, in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love.
Amen. 100% the word of God. We continue. Please read responsively with me in the English on the right here, I mean. In the stories of our past,
You are
revealed.
laws that you gave us at Mount Sinai,
You are
You are
revealed.
revealed.
in the questions that we ask and in the answers that we might find,
You are
You are
revealed.
revealed.
in the light that burns off fog and in the darkness that swallows grief.
You are
You are
revealed.
revealed.
My questing, am I getting the wrong note? In my doubts, in my fear, and in the joy of dreams come true.
You
You
are
are revealed.
And in all blessings that surround us, those seen and unseen.
You are
You are
revealed.
revealed.
Blessed are you for opening our senses to all your revelations. You live in the glow of the heart, in the pain and the joy of life. You live when we choose life and blessing. You live in the still small voice of conscience. You live in our unending search for truth. You live in our breath when we unite and call you one. Together we can say in Hebrew at the end, Baruch
Ata Adonai,
Ev
Ohev
Amo.
Amo Yisrael.
Israel.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people, Israel. And it's the Shema. It's Rabbi Sherry time. It's time to wake up Japan with Rabbi Sherry telling us to listen.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom alevavecha vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'vetecha uvlechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובישעריך, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, הייתם, I've lost my place.
I'm sorry, that's my
הייתם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Sorry, your place losing was my fault.
No.
Would anyone like, before we embed this thing, would anyone like to read the English for us over here, this beautiful Jules Harlow translation?
I'll read it.
Please, Ellen Rose.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And these words which I command you this day, you shall take to heart. Teach them diligently to your children, and recite them at home and away, night and day. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a reminder above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gates. Then you will remember and observe all my mitzvot and be holy before your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, am your God, who is truth. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
We can all repeat after Ellen in the last three words in Hebrew. Adonai Elohechem.
Emet.
Thank you, Ellen. It was very well said. Let me find my place over here. Micha Mocha, how wonderful it is. Would anyone like to lead us in Micha Mocha this evening? Just one line, just a Micha Mocha, a little bit. Let me see. I'll do it. Oh, Marvin. Marvin, please. One line of Micha Mocha.
Where is it? Micha Mocha Ba'alim
Adonai.
Adonai.
Exactly.
Micha Mocha Neder Kodesh Nora Tehila Osei Feleh.
Excellent. Everyone give a hand for Marvin. He was spot reading the Hebrew there. Very well done. Thank you, Marvin. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, and working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting between Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Pleased and praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Together we say in Hebrew at the bottom, Baruch
Atah
Adonai.
Adonai
Israel.
Indeed. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. Let us lie down in peace, Adonai, and we will arise with strength and clear vision. Shelter us under your wings, guide us with your wisdom, and for the sake of your world, help us work for peace through justice. That hatred and plague and war and famine and sorrow will disappear from this earth. Blessed are you, our comfort and shield, whose Sukkot Shalom, shelter of peace, spreads over us, over all Israel, over Yerushalayim and the earth made whole. We continue with the Chatzi Kaddish. Now, I have been told I am not allowed to have a fully participatory Chatzi Kaddish at the Shabbat ceremonies because they said it just blows everyone away to have 100 people all yelling the Kaddish at the same time. But I think we can do it much more. I think it's perfectly fine. So if you want to give it your best shot, in case those Japanese people aren't awake yet, you can let them know.
So wake them up now.
Yitgadal v'yikdash shemei Kama dibrat
Chonov yomecha uchayet Bisman Imeru Amen. Yesh meraba mitzvora Olam lo me'omaya Yitbarak Yitzabak Yitbar Vitloman Vitmaseh Yitatar Yitalei Vitala Shemei Gudesha Brichu Ye'elav Mechol Echata V'shirata Ushpechata V'nechemata Amira B'yalma V'imehu Amen.
Okay, just got to check. We're all survived. We're all here, breathing. Everyone good? Okay, so it works. We continue with the Amidah, the standing prayer. We're standing here. We're standing right where we're meant to be, where Hashem put us on this earth so that we could become our true selves. Might be very far away from Jerusalem, but this is where we are meant to be right now on this.
Is that the Wailing Wall?
No, that is outside. I think that's the Tower of David area. But it is Jerusalem. That is the old city. So we are going to commune with our ancestors and let them know how thankful we are. Are you ready? Please rise if it is in your custom. Let the strength of this community and the strength of our ancestors give us the strength to search for our path back to the blessed holiness of places. Together we can say or sing in Hebrew. Adonai, Sefatai Tita, O Holy One, open up our lips that our mouths may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel El Hagadol El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Zocher Asevot Geula Livnei B'nei Leman Shemo Melech Oseh
Mashiach Magei.
Chata Adonai Magen Abraham
Vezra.
Atagi Bol Elam I think it's Mashiva Ruach now. Is it not? Did we switch? I think we switched.
Yes.
Mashiva Ruach Morit Hagash. That was my first time leading a winter service this year. That makes me feel happy.
Winter something.
Mechakel Chayim
Rabbi, you have to follow us. There are too many of us. We outnumbered you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't even hear because of the way the sound works. I go for it and I pray, really. Sovereign of ancestors, mighty one above, holiness united, awesome creator of angels and holy beings, we seek your presence every day. Praised you, Ribono Shel Olam, consciousness of the universe. Blessed are you, all-knowing, Ein Sof, endless one, source of wisdom. With you, there is never a point of no return. Blessed are you, Ro'eh Israel, shepherd of Israel, who wants us to return to your presence. Praised are you, healer of hearts, minds, souls, healer of relationships, families, friends, and loved ones. Give us the strength and insight into our ailments and discords for a speedy recovery. Blessed are you, Yad Chazakah, strong hand, healer of the sick of Israel. Oreh, creator of the infinite universe, of dancing planets that provide the seasons that we depend on for our comfort and our source of food. Blessed are you, Boreh, creator of the cycles. Nurture our role models with a passion for justice in all nations of the world. Blessed are you, Melech HaMelechim, who loves righteousness and justice. Let there be no time and no space where evil can flourish. Blessed are you, Adil, one who defeats enemies of love and compassion and humbles all. You hear the prayer of your people, Israel, with compassion. Be pleased with us and with the prayers of our people. Blessed are you who restores the Shekhinah to Zion. Grant peace, happiness, blessings, and beauty, loving kindness and compassion to all of us, to all Israel, your people, and the whole world. That was adapted from Chabad.
That was beautiful. That was just beautiful.
Yeah, it's not my words. I actually just edited out a lot of direct translations, and I also don't like. I try to keep it up with the metaphors because we're not supposed to have any one word for Elohim. So I try to keep that in mind. Time for.
But I haven't heard some of them before. It was just very meaningful, really.
Well, then, thank you. It was actually inspired by those who are not here tonight, Reba and Aurelia, because Reba did not like my last translation. So she let me know. And this is the rabbi, so I make sure I listen.
10 days ago, I got to meet her in person.
Really?
Oh, no.
Wow.
And both of them and Aurelia's mom. Yeah.
Do they really look as much alike as they seem?
They do.
They really do seem like they look alike. That's wonderful. Are you guys near each other in Japan, Rabbi Sherry?
No, I was just in Tokyo on business, so we met in Tokyo.
Makes sense. Well, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So, silent prayer time. If you want to take a moment to take a deep inhale and a deep exhale, and locate that space right in between your thoughts. That silent space right in between one thought and the next, that's where your neshama is. That's where your soul is. That's the part of you that you pray with. That's the part of you that we recognize when we come together. So just give yourself a little bit of a love bath, just a warm embrace. Give yourself a physical embrace if you want. And feel good. You're here. We made it.
You want to see?
I just needed to be up here.
How you doing?
I got a
Look.
little freaked out.
Continue now.
I got a little freaked out. I
I'll
just
talk to you
needed to
just.
get out. No.
Say shalom bimoma.
Oh, yeah, say shalom aleichem.
Al kol
Al
Yisrael.
kol Yisrael. Ve'emu
Amen.
Yaseh
Shalom.
shalom.
Ka'aseh
Yaseh
Shalom.
shalom
shalom.
Ya'kol
Yal kol
Yisrael.
Yisrael.
Ka'aseh shalom
Shalom.
Ya'aseh
Yaseh
Shalom.
shalom.
shalom aleichem.
Shalom aleichem.
And
Right.
was I a little more on tempo with you guys this time?
Of course.
I hope so.
Yes.
Now it is time for the Torah ceremony. And I don't have my Torah slide exactly, but this is a well-educated bunch. I think we can get through a Torah service.
There you go.
Baruch
There's
Hu.
the Torah.
Hey, okay. So Amy, in a second, I'm going to ask you to bring out the Torah from the Ark. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Vayhi ben Aaron beyomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai miafutzu elecha, v'yanitzu me'alnecha, mipanecha, and on and on. And we're at Ki Mitzion, Tetzei Torah. Oh, wow, amazing. And now we are going to call up the Rav Sherry of Japan. And I will, do you want me to do your Baruch Hu for you? And then you read?
Sure. Why don't you do that? And I made a slide for this, for the.
Make you co-host so you can share it.
Okay. Thank you. It's a little bigger than this, so.
Sure. Baruch Hu Adonai Hamborah.
Baruch Adonai havarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Ha'olam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'haaretz hayet tohu vavohu v'choshech al penei tehom ve'ruach Elohim mirachefet al penei hamayim vayomer Elohim yeho vayi o.
Nice. Yasher Kohei. That was amazing. The Vayahi Or sounded original. Sounded like what it probably sounded like at the time.
Beautiful.
Sounded like there was light.
There was light.
Was light. You made it clear that there was not light, and then there was light. Anyway, that was beautiful. Thank you, Rob Sherry.
Thank you.
Are
you going to do the after prayer?
You want to do it?
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
Wow, what a blessing it is to hear the first few lines of Torah, the first few lines of creation sung in the incantation that we've been hearing for thousands of years in one way or another. Rabbi Sherry brought that out through the text, and it's one of those things that happens every year, and then what do you do with it after that? Earlier today, I was standing outside waiting for a delivery, a rental delivery pickup thing from my boss, and I saw the USPS lady walking down the street. Where I live, they walk because there are no mailboxes. People have to go up into the buildings and deliver mail into mail rooms and things like that. And she was walking and she was carrying a huge bag and she was, joyful, but clearly working hard. And I thought, I did just buy some of those little iced tea things this morning. And I have a cold one. And I got so excited realizing that I could actually offer this person something of kindness with nothing expected in return. And at first she said no, but I stood outside for a second or two. I said, okay, and we talked for a second. And within a minute, she just said, actually, I think I'll take that iced tea. So I ran inside and I got the iced tea and I handed it to her. And as she walked back up the hill in the sun, it felt like a little bit of creation was done. It felt like something new. It felt nice. I felt able to be someone that I wanted to be. I've made a choice to be exactly who I wanted to be in that moment, to care deeply about something that, is not so consequential in any other way, but spiritually. And, and it made me feel very, very much. And then 15 minutes after that, I get a text from Rabbi Sherry on WhatsApp.
All right, I'll come down.
Do you think I can lane the first 3 lines of Bereshit tonight at Sim Shalom? It couldn't have been more perfect. I said, would you please? This is exactly what I want. This is how I feel today. So, every day we have an opportunity to recreate something new in ourselves, in our environments, in our relationships. And it just takes an act, just like that. And there was light, just like that. A little water bottle, and somebody felt loved and seen, who was otherwise just another federal employee in an underpaid position. And now she at least was seen by someone who thought she might need a drink. So we can be those people for each other. That's what Hashem tells us. That's what we kind of practice doing every day at Maariv. We try to remember that giving each other kindness is something we can do infinitely. There is no limit. And the more you give, the more you have to give. Okay, spiel done. We are now moving on. Okay, there are sheets. How nice. Oh, this is a Chagall painting that I love. Gorgeous. And now the Kaddish Shalem. Yikara v'yikara shemei rabba, Yamadi brachirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chayei lechol Beit Yisrael b'agalav b'zman kariv v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehi shleim rabba Yibarach yishtabach v'ar v'traman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu ve'elam minchu birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'yama v'imeru.
Amen.
Kol Yisrael kadem otenu di yishma v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemayim v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
Say shalom b'momav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, slowing it down is actually harder because then you have to actually remember every word. That's why. That's why they do it. Anyway, so that's my attempt at slow. Now we continue while the Torah is still out. Misha Berach, top of the list. Amy says her rabbi's wife has passed away just before Yom Kippur.
Yeah, his name is Rabbi Wolkoff, Alex, Joseph. Oh yeah, so they're not kids anymore, but kids. Rabbi Gali, Ellen Freeman, Ellen Rose, who better not get sick anymore, else I'll have to sit on her. My friend's son, William Carr. Me, please, because my car kind of broke down Friday and I had to kind of come home in a tow truck.
Understood. And yes, you corrected me. This is the Misha Berach for those who need healing. Let the family of the rabbi's wife find the healing that they need in this difficult time for them.
I hope it's hard. I mean, I saw him like on services, like at Zoom, and he looked like he was doing okay. But when we buried her, this is funny. He put some books in the coffin, and then he put some sidors and other stuff in the grave. And he goes, "Well, so something doesn't read now."
That's nice. Marvin, do you have anyone you're thinking of who has need of healing energy?
Nelson Raspoldo.
Thank you. We're thinking of Nelson. Ellen Rose.
Yes, thank you. All the women and girls of Iran, the IDF, all those who are suffering physically and emotionally around the world, all Simshal owners who need refuah shlema. Thank you.
Thank you.
Susan Bowers in Florida.
Yeah, I have Dorothy, Mark, Marlene, Jean, Mary, and myself.
Okay, Sue, we'll think of you and send you healing.
Yep.
By Sherry in Japan.
Yes, Aliyah Batsara, and I put it in the chat, my friend Kelly Pollock, who also lost her husband, Alan, 62 years old, who was my halachic counselor who always taught me. He was born Chabad and lived on the Big Island. Always, anytime I had a question, I was going to the cemetery in Florida, and I called him. What do I do when I go back in the house? And he gave me all the instructions. And it was very sudden, and we were very sad to lose him. I'll mention him later. But his wife is in very much in need of healing.
Exactly. We will think of his wife and his family right now.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Sharon Jaffe, do you have any names for the healing list?
Put it on here.
Oh, sorry. Louise Lubin, Georgette, Naomi, Beverly, Larice, Christina, Mike, my husband's cousin Douglas, and everyone who needs healing of any kind.
Yeah.
Sending that to them. Thank you, Sharon. Granny Franny in San Francisco.
Sandra Hepes, who tested positive.
Yes. Her Hebrew name, I believe, I forget it now. But yes, we're thinking of Sandra Batsarita for a full recovery from COVID. Ellen Friedman, do you have anyone you're thinking of?
Yes, thank you. Timothy Paul Taylor, Benjamin Elisech, Manju Garadia. Thank you.
Thanks, Ellen. And Sephora is probably in the chat. Let me look at that. David with cancer, Dad with cancer, all who suffer from PTSD. Ellen Rose, you have written already, okay. And you talked about Kelly Pollock. Amy's friend Janice, Georgette, Louise Lubin, Naomi, Beverly, Larice, Christina, Mike, Douglas, all who need healing. Continue. Jorge, if you would like to write in the chat, anyone you would like to send healing energy to, you are welcome to do that or to unmute and let us know. Let me look over here on the socials.
I know I forgot Beth and her dad. I don't know what
Beth
I
and her
forgot.
dad. Let's go with that. Okay. Hi, Barbara. Barbara Kirsch is here. She's in Texas. Hello to Rebecca as well. Erev Tov to Roberto. If any of you would like to send some healing energy to anyone, just type their names in the chat here on Facebook. Also, I can look over here on YouTube and say hello
But to
our
Roberto
YouTube
who had the hurricane. I
I'm
think
sorry?
to Roberto, I think he had some stuff damaged from the hurricane, I think.
Roberto, we're hoping that everything is good with you and that
everything's
your whole
okay over
family
there.
is safe and everything is recovered from the hurricane. Just sending healing
was
energy to
horrible.
Roberto's family now. And we are good with the socials. We can continue. We will say in Hebrew together, Baruch atah
Adonai,
Ha'olim.
Do a quick Misha Berach. Misha
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Imotenu Makor HaBracha Le'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Sending all of that healing energy out there. By the way, I was following Rabbi Sherry's lead. I could hear you. Did it come across to everyone as Rabbi Sherry and I singing at the same time or no?
Kind of.
Thought
Yeah.
so.
I know. Okay.
Sometimes the timing accidentally lines up.
Sometimes it does. It's impossible to get it right across the down to the nanosecond, but you know. In any case, let's continue now. Time to put the Torah away. Amy, we need you to pick up the Torah. We'll do some Hagban Galila, dress it, kiss it, make it feel good. It's going to bed. And now we're going to put the Torah back in the ark.
There it goes. My
Very
little
much.
throat was like a pickle.
Good job, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Now
Rabbi
that we're
Ellie loves that little Torah.
Yes, it's a great Torah. We will continue with the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol. Eidenu aliyotzehu b'shit. V'lo asanu pikuye haratzot. V'lo samanu Lo sham elkeinu b'hem. V'tor aleinu Afu Hori Shachavim Lifnei Melech Ne'emar Haya Adonai Melech Bayom Ha'hu Bayom Ha'hu Yet Adonai Echad Shemo Echad. Now we have reached our mourner's Kaddish, when we will remember those who are no longer with us physically, but are always with us spiritually. Whether you are in mourning or observing a yard site or would like to recall a loved one who has visited you recently, please, we will go around the chat just like we did before. Sue Bowers in Florida, are you remembering it?
Nobody, thank you.
Okay. Ellen Rose?
All those who have nobody to say Kaddish for them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. Rabbi Sherry?
My brother Avraham Shmuel ben Yitzhak Itzik Ve'eta, and my surrogate brother Alan Pollack Avraham Chaim ben Shlomo Ve'chana Leah.
Thank you. We remember them.
I'm sorry, Elka Leah.
Elka Leah, yes. Thank you. Marvin Gruber.
Francis Johnson, Vern Lindbergh.
Thank you, Marvin. Amy from Old Bridge.
See, the rabbi's wife, her Hebrew name was Rivka Hana, who had cancer for 4 years in her stomach, and you'd never know she was sick. Rabbi Gleet's husband, Mr. Bob, as I called him, some Audrey, and anybody else who got killed by violence and all that good stuff. I have to remember my rabbi's wife because she was a sweetheart.
Ellen Friedman.
Yes, Rabbi Mendy Sasankan, who passed away on Simchat Torah 4 years ago. He was my rabbi and I loved him. And that's it for today.
Laura Frick, right? Laura Frick, you right?
Laura Frick, yes.
Yeah,
Laura
Frick,
Frick.
yeah. I have my list someplace.
Yeah.
What a special thing when someone else remembers your yard sites for you. You know,
That's great. I know I was having a little trouble there.
I remember, yes, you often mention Laura Frick in the same way Marvin mentions Francis Johnson.
Yeah, Francis
Right.
Johnson too.
I understand. you
Laura
know.
was my best friend in high school and all through the years.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
loved ones of yours are now loved ones of ours because of these Maarivs and are remembering them together.
Rabbi Elias, may I share the memorial prayer from the synagogue in Syracuse? It's in English.
Sure. Do you want to do it after or before?
I want to do it before. That's generally how they do it.
All right,
After.
well, we can do that as soon as I get through everyone on the chat.
Okay.
Let's do
Okay.
that.
Somebody wrote something.
Yeah, let me look.
Jorge
Into it.
wrote
Sephora
something.
has people. She is thinking of Ernest
Laura,
Hines,
yes.
Mary Hines, Kevin Hines, Ernestine Hines, and Amos Udowu. Thank you, Sephora. We remember them, your loved ones, right now. And Jorge writes Megan Beaning and Jorge Gill. We're remembering both Megan and Jorge tonight. And we continue. Sharon Jaffe, thank you for reminding me. I didn't remember, we didn't get to everyone. Sharon's Jaffe's dad, Ephraim Ben Usher, David Rena, and all who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Thank you, Sharon. Granny Franny, are you saying Kaddish for anyone tonight? No. Okay. Did I get? Oh, socials. Almost forgot. Hello over here. Hi, Rebecca. And okay. All right. Nobody is saying any names over here and over here on the. No names there. So if you do have names over there on the socials, please remember that we are thinking of your friends and family of of times gone by as well as ours. Now, Rabbi Sherry will read an English prayer that goes before the mourner's Kaddish.
So we generally read this together in the same kind of, pattern that we've been doing. So God, source of the breath of all life, in whose hands are the souls of the living and the dead. Turn today in kindness and compassion to our prayer, in memory of our loved ones. Remember the deeds of kindness and goodness that they performed while among the living. Grant them fitting rest beneath the wings of the divine presence, and join their spirits in the chain of life. May God's great name be magnified and sanctified. May the one who makes peace in his heights, may he grant peace over us and all Israel, and over all on earth.
Amen.
Amen.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Very
Yes.
powerful,
Very
Rabbi.
pretty.
Yes.
That's
Thank
better
you.
than what I have on the slide, so I think it's probably going to replace it next week.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you. I would appreciate that. That was very beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Rabbi Sherry. So now we can continue with the more. Yeah, usually I don't even read this stuff here because it's not really the most compelling. So I'm going to replace it if you let me. We continue with the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Oseh Shalom.
Shalom b'ramav.
Ya Aseh Shalom. Leinu Amen.
Amen.
All souls are with you, O Sovereign. Teach us to live wisely and unselfishly, courageously and fruitfully, in truth and in understanding, in love and in peace. So our remembrance of them will be more than mere moments of regret, but rather a catalyst for inspired living. May the names of those whose memories we cherish be for us a blessing, and may we be worthy so that those who come after us may likewise remember us for good, as we remember those who were unto us a blessing. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
We've reached the end of our
Oh,
service.
that's pretty. Let's go over there.
That's in Tel Aviv. That's the
Oh, let's go. When I win the
Yom
lottery
Tov.
tonight, my
Yeah,
508 million, I will share, of course,
wonderful.
Yes, it-
Well, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you
Everyone,
especially to Rabbi Sherry for showing up
I like
and
that.
Thank you, Rabbi.
time and laning for us and giving us that special English prayer before the
Oh,
mourner's Kaddish. That was
that
very
was beautiful.
special.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Toda rabba, Rabbi.
Bye.
I'm actually going to be back. I'm subbing
Oh.
for Bush tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow
Are you
evening.
coming tomorrow? too?
Oh, okay.
I'll be here tomorrow, and then also Friday.
Okay.
And it's going to be a normal Shabbat. No tons of holidays, so we can relax.
Okay.
Just get into it.
All right.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you.
Well, good night. Laila tov.
Bye.
Bye.
Lala